ADW, First Annual Open Challenge of 2022 event by Colton Dennis. Hello everyone and welcome to the first pay-per-view, where we have new and old competitors on Hatred Slam, said announce number 2. That's right, and tonight all the champions will defend their titles. And what I heard was, they're gonna be open challenges, said announcer number 1. That'll be great. We could see the champions against new faces. And we could have all new champions tonight, said announcer number 2. Well, let's head to the ring for our first match then, said announcer number 1. Sounds great, said announcer number 2. Beldings. This match is scheduled for one fall. Is for the XX Championship. Introducing in the ring, she is the XX champion, Moxie, and her opponent, said announcer number 3. I wonder who's gonna step up to the challenge, asked announcer number 1. Music is playing. Mystriel appears walking down the ramp. Her opponent, Mystriel, said announce number 3. Mystriel walks up the steel stairs, then goes through the middle rope. Beldings. Referee number 1 raises the title, walks towards the ropes, then hands it to number 1. Moxie walks towards Mystriel. Mystriel holds up her hand, then waves at number 1. Number 1 hands a microphone to Mystriel. You listen here, Moxie. I didn't actually come out here to fight. I just wanted to see if maybe we could get on the same page, like I learned in law school. Without compromise, then everything ends up being a Mystriel. Mystriel smiles. So, I say we compromise here. You lay on the mat, and I cover you. Then I become the new XX champion. What do you think about that? Asked Mystriel. Moxie points to the microphone. Mystriel hands the microphone to Moxie. Well, that's a good idea. I'll just lay down and you pin me. Alright, sounds good. But you do realize the reason that some trials end up in a Mystriel is because there's always one person that's a fighter, said Moxie smiling, then punches Mystriel. Mystriel groans. What a right by Moxie, said announcer number 2. Moxie ain't here to compromise on anything. Just to fight and fight and fight, said announcer number 1. Moxie bounces Mystriel's head off of the top turnbuckle. Mystriel groans, then turns around. Moxie kicking Mystriel's right side. Mystriel is groaning. Moxie whips Mystriel. Mystriel goes into the opposite corner. Moxie runs at Mystriel. Mystriel moves. Moxie goes into the ring post. Oh man, did you hear that? Asked announcer number 2. I did. That was Moxie's first mistake of this match, said announcer number 1. Mystriel pulls Moxie out of the corner, then punches her. Moxie groans, then walks away. Mystriel chops Moxie's chest. Moxie groans. Mystriel grabs Moxie's right arm, then twists it. Moxie groans. Mystriel elbows Moxie's right arm. Moxie groans, then walks into the ropes. Mystriel is doing very well than I expected, said announcer number 2. It's usually the quiet ones that know how to do things, said announcer number 1. Mystriel bounces Moxie off of the ropes, then clotheslines her. Moxie groans. Mystriel covers Moxie. 1, 2. Moxie kicks out. 2, said referee number 1. Mystriel stands up, picks Moxie up, lifts, then slams her onto the mat. Moxie groans. Mystriel points at the corner. The crowd is cheering. Mystriel goes through the middle rope, climbs up the turnbuckle, then gets to the top of it. An elbow. The crowd continues cheering. Yeah, right, like I'd listen to you, said Mystriel laughing, then looks at Moxie. Moxie punches Mystriel. Mystrial. Groans. Mystrial wasted time, said announcer number 2. Moxie climbs onto the second rope then sets Mystrial up for a suplex. Mystrial blocks the suplex. Moxie tries suplexing Mystrial again. Mystrial blocks again, punches Moxie's right side then pushes her off of the second rope. Moxie lands onto the mat, then groans. Mystrial smiles then goes to stand up onto the top turnbuckle. Moxie quickly stands up, runs up the turnbuckle then knees Mystrial's jaw. Mystrial groans then holds onto the top rope. Moxie climbs onto the second rope then sets Mystrial up for a suplex. Again, Mystrial is groaning then blocks the suplex. Moxie punches Mystrial's right side then tries suplexing her again. Mystrial blocks the suplex, grabs Moxie's right arm then jumps off of the top turnbuckle. Moxie's right arm gets hung up onto the top rope, falls onto her knees then groans. Man, Mystrial was smart about that, said announcer number 1. Mystrial stands up, holds her jaw then looks inside of the ring. Moxie continues holding her right arm. Mystrial smiles then slowly slides into the ring. Moxie stands up. Mystrial grabs Moxie from behind then tries locking in a cobra clutch. Moxie is struggling. Moxie's still holding on, said announcer number 2. Moxie runs backwards then rams Mystrial into the corner. Mystrial groans. Moxie walks out of the corner. Mystrial tries locking in the cobra clutch again. Moxie struggles, runs backwards then rams Mystrial into the corner again. Mystrial groans. Moxie grabs Mystrial's left arm then does a judo throw hip toss onto her. Mystrial lands onto the mat, then groans. What a judo throw hip toss by Moxie, said announcer number 1. Mystrial stands up then turns around. Moxie runs up Mystrial's body then knees her jaw again. Mystrial groans then falls onto the mat. Moxie ain't letting up on Mystrial, said announcer number 2. Moxie picks Mystrial up, lifts then slams her onto the mat. Mystrial groans. Moxie points at the turnbuckle. The crowd is cheering. Moxie goes through the middle rope, climbs up the turnbuckle, then gets to the top of it. Mystrial rolls outside of the ring. Oh man, Moxie would have had it there, too, said announcer number 1. Mystrial is walking around the ring. Moxie looks at Mystrial then walks along the ropes. Look at the balance, said announcer number 2. Mystrial looks up at Moxie. Moxie jumps off the top rope then does a crossbody onto Mystrial. Both Mystrial and Moxie land into the barricade. Oh man, what a fall, said announcer number 1. Both Mystrial and Moxie are down, said announcer number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, said referee number 1. Moxie is slowly moving, stands up, falls onto the floor then holds her right leg. Moxie must have tweaked her leg after that crossbody, said announcer number 1. 8, 9, 10. Ring the bell, said referee number 1. Bell dings. Ladies and gentlemen, both competitors have been counted out. But still your XX champion, Moxie, said announcer number 3. Moxie continues holding her right leg. Referee number 1 is kneeling next to Moxie then hands her the title. Help me up, said Moxie. Referee number 1 helps Moxie stand up. Moxie is limping then holds up the title. Man, what a match. And let's not count out Mystrial. She took it to Moxie, said announcer number 2. Yes, she did. She has nothing to be ashamed about, said announcer number 1. Music is playing. Price appears walking down the ramp then looks at Moxie. What now? Asked announcer number 2. Price walks around the ring, grabs a microphone, then slides into the ring. Wow, what a match! Between the XX champion and Mistrial. Great matches, ladies. Now move aside as the real champion is here. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I have to remind you of who I am. But I don't care, because I'm gonna tell you anyway. My name is Price, the only real champion in ADW'S Slam. And the longest reigning transcontinental champion ever. Hold the applause, because I have a song for everyone. If you don't mind, said Price, clearing his throat. Music is playing. Price looks up at the stage. Puppeteer appears, walking onto the stage, then down the ramp. Puppeteer, he's back on ADW'S Slam, said announcer number 1. Puppeteer slides into the ring. Music stops playing. The crowd is chanting Puppeteer's name. Puppeteer is smiling. Hold up, who do you think you are? You? Interrupted the transcontinental champion. How dare why? Said Price, being interrupted. Puppeteer grabs the microphone from Price. Price, do me a favor. Shut the hell up. I guarantee no one here wants to hear you sing, because probably just like you're singing, you'll probably just go on and on. And on and on and on. Just like how you say you're the longest reigning transcontinental champion ever. Let me remind you, the only reason you're still the champion is because you keep running away from fights. And speaking of fights, why don't you defend your title against me? Unless you're scared, asked Puppeteer. Price points to the microphone. Fine, you want a match. You got one. Referee, get into this ring. But before we start this match, let me just say this, said Price. Of Puppeteer, then continuously punches him. Puppeteer continuously groaning. I'm guessing Price didn't like what Puppeteer had to say, said announcer number 2. Price stands up, then continuously kicks. Puppeteer continuously groaning. All right, let's start this match right now, said Price. Of course, because Puppeteer's vulnerable, said announcer number 1. Beldings. This match is scheduled for one fall, and is for the Transcontinental Championship. Introducing the challengers first, Puppeteer, said announcer number 3. Come on, hurry up, said Price. And his opponent. He is the Transcontinental Champion, Price, said announcer number 3. Beldings. Price turns around, runs at Puppeteer, then goes to clothesline him. Puppeteer ducks, runs, then bounces off of their ropes. Price turns around. Puppeteer does a one-legged dropkick onto Price. A one-legged dropkick by Puppeteer, said announcer number 2. But Puppeteer can't cover Price fast enough, since Price attacked him first, said announcer number 1. Puppeteer puts his right arm over Price. 1, 2. Price barely kicks out. 2, said referee number 2. Price kicked out. Price kicked out of that one-legged dropkick, said announcer number 1. Puppeteer stands up, holds his head, then walks towards the corner. Puppeteer is feeling the effects of what Price did to him, said announcer number 1. Price slowly stands up, then turns around. Puppeteer runs at Price, then goes for a one-legged dropkick onto him. Price quickly rolls outside of the ring, runs towards the bell area, grabs the title, runs around it, then up the ramp. Puppeteer is staring at Price. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ring the bell, said referee number 2. Beldings. Here's your winner by count out, Puppeteer. But still, your Transcontinental Champion, Price, said announcer number 3. Price holds up the title. Yeah, baby. Still the champion, said Price. I believe Puppeteer just proved that Price only runs from competition, said announcer number 2. Especially when the title's on the line, said announcer number 2. He'll get what's coming to him. Well, folks, we've made it to the main event, said announcer number 1. Bell dings. The match is scheduled for one fall and is for the Global Championship. Introducing in the ring. He is the Global Champion, the Stalker, said announcer number 3. Hold up. Before my opponent comes out here, I just need to warn you. I've beaten a lot of wrestlers in the past when I defended this title. I've beaten the likes of Mr. Indestructible, my best friend, who wasn't picked, Damon, and the man I defeated to get this Macho Monster. I've defended it in battle royals, Extreme Rules matches, gauntlet matches, and I'm still here. So, do you still want to take a chance and see if you could beat me? Come on down, said the Stalker. I want to remind people that it was because of Damon that the Stalker won some of those matches, said announcer number 2. That's true, but I wonder who's gonna take the challenge, asked announcer number 1. Music is playing. Mayhem appears walking onto the stage, stops, smiles, then points at the crowd and his opponent. Mayhem, said announcer number 3. Mayhem walks up the steel stairs, then goes through the middle. The Stalker is looking at Mayhem. You think you could beat me for this? I don't think you could beat a damn unprofessional wrestler. But I don't back down from any challenges. So, let's get this match started, said the Stalker, handing the title to referee number 3. Referee number 3 raises the title, walks towards the ropes, then hands it to number 1. Bell dings. The Stalker is smiling, then runs at Mayhem. Mayhem clotheslines the Stalker twice. The Stalker knees on the mat, then looks at Mayhem. I think Stalker underestimated Mayhem, said announcer number 1. The Stalker nods his head. All right. You're good, kid. You really are, said the Stalker, going to punch Mayhem. Mayhem blocks, then continuously punches the Stalker. The Stalker, continuously groaning, then staggers backwards into the ropes. Mayhem bounces the Stalker off of the ropes, then bends over. The Stalker kicks Mayhem's chest. Mayhem groans, then stands up. The Stalker clotheslines Mayhem. Mayhem falls onto the mat, then groans. The Stalker covers Mayhem. 1, 2. Mayhem kicks out. 2, said referee number 3. The Stalker stands up, picks Mayhem up, lifts, then slams him onto the mat. Mayhem groans. The Stalker goes through the middle rope. Stalker's going for his elbow drop already, said announcer number 2. The Stalker gets to the top turnbuckle, looks down at Mayhem, smiles, jumps off of the top turnbuckle, then goes for an elbow drop onto him. Mayhem moves. The Stalker lands onto the mat, then groans. Mayhem moved, said announcer number 1. Both Mayhem and the Stalker stand up. Mayhem continuously clotheslines the Stalker, lifts him up, then slams him onto the mat. The Stalker groans. Mayhem runs, bounces off of the ropes, does a cartwheel, then a moonsault onto the Stalker. The Stalker groans. Mayhem covers the Stalker. 1, 2. The Stalker kicks out. 2, said referee number 3. That was a close one. Mayhem almost has the victory, said announcer number 2. And that cartwheel into a moonsault onto Stalker. That was very impressive, said announcer number 1. Mayhem stands up, picks the Stalker up, then lifts him onto his shoulders. The Stalker is squirming, lands onto his feet behind Mayhem, then pushes him into the corner. Mayhem goes face first into the corner, groans, then walks out of it backwards. The stalker runs, bounces off of the ropes, then clotheslines Mayhem hard. "Man, what a clothesline by stalker," said announcer number 2. The stalker covers Mayhem. 1, 2. Mayhem kicks out. 2, said referee number 3. The stalker picks Mayhem up, kicks his stomach, then sets him up for a suplex. "A suplex is coming," said announcer number 1. The stalker lifts Mayhem up. Mayhem lands onto his feet behind the stalker, wraps his arms around his head, then does a neck breaker onto him. The stalker groans, then holds his head. "What a reversal by Mayhem. Right into a neck breaker," said announcer number 2. Mayhem stands up, picks the stalker up, then sets him up for a powerbomb. "Mayhem has an idea here," said announcer number 1. The stalker runs, then rams Mayhem into the corner. Mayhem groans. The stalker continuously rams Mayhem into the corner. Mayhem continuously groaning. The stalker stands up, grabs Mayhem's left arm, then does a short arm clothesline onto him. Mayhem falls onto the mat, then groans. "A short arm clothesline," said announcer number 2. The stalker goes through the middle rope, climbs up the turnbuckle, then gets to the top of it. "Stalker's gonna attempt his elbow drop again," said announcer number 1. The stalker looks down at Mayhem, jumps off of the top turnbuckle, then does an elbow drop onto Mayhem. "Stalker connected with the elbow drop," said announcer number 2. The stalker covers Mayhem. 1, 2. Mayhem kicks out. 2, said referee number 3. "What? That was a 3 count, said the stalker. "It was a 2 count, stalker," said referee number 3. "You need to count faster," said the stalker, poking referee number 3. "Don't poke me. Next time you poke me, I'll disqualify you," said referee number 3. "Yeah, well, I don't see you disqualifying me," said the stalker continuously, poking referee number 3. Referee number 3 swats the stalker's left hand away from himself. The stalker pushes referee number 3. Referee number 3 pushes the stalker. Mayhem rolls the stalker up. The stalker is squirming. 1, 2, 3. "Ring the bell," said referee number 3. Mayhem rolls outside of the ring. Bell dings. "Here's your winner and the new global champion, Mayhem," said announcer number 3. Referee number 3 hands the title to Mayhem. Mayhem grabs the title, then raises it. Referee number 3 raises Mayhem's left arm. The stalker is staring at both Mayhem and referee number 3. "Stalker is totally shocked right now," said announcer number 1. "I'd be too, because the referee said, and quote, he was gonna disqualify Stalker, and quote. But I guess he changed his mind," said announcer number 2. "And the Stalker is no longer the global champion," said announcer number 1. "But I don't understand why the referee didn't disqualify Stalker once. He pushed him," said announcer number 2. "Me either. But he got back at him when he pushed Stalker back," said announcer number 1. "And that gave Mayhem the momentum to roll Stalker up," said announcer number 2. "Well, folks, we have a new champion. And we hoped you enjoyed yourselves tonight. Thanks for watching. Be safe out there and good night," said announcer number 1. "Bye bye," said announcer number 2, waving. The end.